Alright guys, this is video number 2 in our little series. Abby just says to me, you have to make a video yourself? That's stupid. It is a little stupid, it feels weird, but anyway. This is our video about Friday nights. I want to make sure you're up to date on stuff that's going on, new changes, everything like that. Fridays, we are going to meet early, always, 6:30, please. If you're a Friday night leader, be there at 6:30. If you can't make it for 6:30, please just give me a heads up so we know. But we want to meet for prayer. We believe that prayer is the most important element, and that because we know it's God who works within us to will and act according to His purposes, we need to turn to Him in prayer and make sure we're on the right page before we start an event. So 6:30, be there for prayer, and 6:45 we're going to start registering kids. We're going to register again like we do on Wednesday nights. We're going to register on Fridays as well. There's a sheet to make sure that new kids, that we have all the information we need to from them about emergency contact info, email addresses, all that kind of stuff. And we'll know who's coming and going and everything as well. We'll be able to track that, so we're looking forward to that. Registration is important. The prayer time is important. Also this year, pretty much every event, we're going to strive for this anyway. Let's just say most of the events will have a theme, something that we want to teach throughout the event. So, for example, you'll realize that one of our first events right off the bat is going to be a video scavenger hunt, or photo scavenger hunt, sorry. And they're going to go out and take pictures and everything. But the theme is going to be unedited. And we're going to talk a little bit at the end of the night about how we tend to see a lot of these pictures are edited all the time in media, in the magazines, all that kind of stuff. But what does it really look like if it hasn't been edited? That'll be brief, because then what we want to talk about is, what about your own life? Are you presenting an edited version, something you want other people to see that seems to put the best forward of you, or are you presenting the real self? And if we were to know what the real self looked like, is there some stuff there that would be of concern that needs to be sorted with? And so we're gonna discuss that a little bit right off the bat, but that's kind of how the year's going to go. When we do Halloween Haunt for the MTVers, we're going to call it Things That Go Bump in the Night. And we're going to spend some time talking about the armor of God, the fact that God has already won the battle between good and evil. And so that's an indicator how things will go. There'll be talks pretty much then every time we do a Friday night session. Everything will have a theme. And we'll count on you guys to kind of help explain that and unpack that as we go through the night and stuff as well. Most of the time we'll talk at the end of the night, sometimes at the beginning of the night, depending on how the night goes. Be on the lookout for Paintball with the Parents Day. That's the first kind of Saturday thing that's unusual that'll be going on this year. Please, if you can, we'd love you as Friday night leaders to come to that. I know you say parents are going to be there, you don't need me as a leader. Your role as a leader is far more than a chaperone, and I hope you understand that. And so we still definitely want you there to connect with the students, to connect with the parents, all that kind of stuff. And have a look at the live curriculum calendar. That'll tell you when that is and give you some details. And that is pretty much up to date through till December at some point anyway. Okay, I think that's about it for now. Otherwise, we're going to carry on with the same objectives. The concept we started with a few years ago about loving them like nobody else in their life probably does. We want to carry on with that as well. We're really going to work to boost our numbers this year, and so work with me in encouraging them to invite friends. And when friends come, we're really working to get to know who these kids are, get to know them better, make them feel at home, and make them feel comfortable. We want our numbers to grow, not because we want a big group, but because we really believe in our message. We believe that Jesus Christ has the power to transform lives. We believe that students who are introduced to Christ, that if we proclaim the good news to them, some of them will accept Christ. Some of them will cross over from death into life, and that their eternity will be secured in heaven. We want to see that happen. And we believe that the more numbers that we bring in, the more students we can introduce to that, the better it is. So be with me in those efforts, loving them like they're rarely loved in their lives, like Christ would love them, and seeing the numbers grow and flourish, and encouraging students to be a big part of that, and then just loving on these new kids that come too. Any questions, feel free to talk to me. This is the second in our in our three-part series. First was on Wednesday nights. This is Friday nights. There's going to be one more just on youth ministry as a whole. That's it for now. Thanks.